Continuing coverage of Ball State football on Ball State All Access, ballstatesports.com. It is Notre Dame week, and we are joined by a guy who is from right by Notre Dame, South Bend, Indiana native Danny Pinter. First off, what's it mean for you just to get home? How many tickets have you claimed for Saturday?
I've only been able to get 8 total from around here, but my dad back at home has collected quite a few over the past couple months. So I don't know. I'm not sure an exact number, but there'll be a good crowd.
Game number what for you at Notre Dame Stadium? How many times have you been?
Usually I would get to about one a year. It was a cool experience to go. Yeah, probably one, maybe 2 a year. I'm not real sure.
What's the aura like? What's it like to go to, it's a cathedral of college football, regardless of what standpoint you are, a fan, an opponent, what have you. What's the atmosphere like, and what can your teammates expect when they walk in there?
Yeah, it's loud, it's, loud environment, there's a big crowd, all that. It's about what you'd expect. It's a traditional school, got a lot of tradition. They take a lot of pride in playing there. So, it'll be loud, but we just got to go play our game.
Is it surreal for you?
No, it's football. I've been playing it my whole life, it'll be a really cool experience. I've been thinking about it a lot. Obviously, they announced it my senior year of high school, but, I'm just approaching it like any other football game. I'm excited.
What's your most vivid, best, most interesting Notre Dame memory or anything that comes across your mind from games you've been to or friends you've had that have could be anything?
Some cool experiences, I guess. I went to the triple overtime game when Navy beat them actually for the first time. I can't remember how many years, and that was pretty cool. Just, two pretty historic programs playing each other, going to triple overtime, so that was pretty cool experience too.
The fight song is obviously as iconic as anything. You guys have had it blaring in practice on repeat.
Yeah.
What does that do for you guys, just to constantly hear that music over and over in your head?
First, it kind of gets you just used to the environment. When we hear it a ton on Saturday, it'll be like nothing else, but makes you a little tired of it too, want to get our fight song playing over it. So.
Well, how do you do that? Let's talk about the matchup in particular. What did you see on Saturday night? How difficult is that defensive front to block?
Yeah, they're big, and they play really hard. They come off the ball hard, and they're pretty sound in their assignments. So, it's just all it means is we got to be sound in our assignments. We know what we're doing.
Brian Kelly said their goal against Michigan was to try to force Shea Patterson to throw the ball earlier than he wanted to. And he said a couple times they got greedy, went for the sack. He was able to get away, use his feet a little bit. Hearing that about their game plan last week, how does that impact your thoughts going into this week when you've got a quarterback that likes to use his feet?
Yeah, we got to protect Riley. We're aware that's our assignment. It's going to take a lot of time watching film, picking up their moves, picking up their stunts, that type of thing. Obviously we know they're going to come after them, and we just got to do our part up front.
You seem pretty level-headed, pretty even keel about this, but you're an older guy as well. How do you get the younger guys to kind of understand that at the end of the day, it's very cool. It's a big-time opponent. They have national championship aspirations, cathedral of college football. It's a game. How do you impart the fact that, listen, they're going to lace up their shoes and let's just go play to guys that might get a little awestruck?
Yeah, really, I think it just kind of comes with how you approach it during the week. Day by day, we're approaching it like practice. You better bring everything you got, just like any other practice, and just kind of not putting too much emphasis on where we're going, what it is. Everyone's aware of it, but you just got to take it day by day in practice and stick to what you're doing, and that's how it's going to come along.
Danny, appreciate the time. Looking forward to it Saturday. All right.
Definitely. Thank you.